Hello, this is Joe Johnson. Today I wanted to show you a data visualization application that visualizes school district growth information. So we'll continue on here from the initial starting screen. We'll continue on looking at this mock school district information. And what you can see is we now have drilled down into the all the school level inside the school district. So what you're seeing now is all these bubbles represent individual schools in the school district. We also have a list here of all the school districts as well, represented as a list item. We can roll over all of these individual schools, and we receive a navigation tooltip that allows us to drill into different sections of this data. So for instance, we can drill into the ethnicity of this particular school. We drill down into that school, now we see a breakout of the ethnicities in that particular school. And we can drill back up, and now we're taken back up a level to all schools again. Another thing we can do is we also can filter this data by the different subjects. So we can actually just click over to reading, and then the data is reorganized and sorted by the reading, and also again with the writing as well. And we'll go back to math for this demo. And now if we wanted to, we can actually drill down and see the individual grades of this particular school. This being a high school, there's only a ninth and 10th grade inside of here. So we have the two grades. Again, we can also go up one level, but we also have a couple options here to view students and view other schools as well. But what we can do is if we want to drill in and see the students, we can actually click on the list item as well, and we can go into the grade 10, and actually now we're taken to a view here that actually shows more of a visual representation of the growth levels for all the students in that particular grade, this instance being 10th grade. And again, we can switch these subjects at any given time throughout any of the sections that we're looking at, and they're represented inside of the graph here. And we can also roll over all of these individual students, and we can actually go into their individual data. So what we can do now is we actually have drilled down into this individual, and now we can actually see their growth levels throughout their grades that they've gone throughout the school district. So for instance, we start here at grade 7 and go to grade 10. So now what we have here is we have a background of the percentages of those individual levels for this particular subject being math, and then they're laid on top of here being these bubbles, so we can actually get in and see their scores for these types of for math, and see where they're landing. We can also, if we click on these individual bubbles, we're actually seeing what the growth percentile is from one grade to another and what their calculations are. And this also does another visualization of showing the cut points of what a high percentage and a low percentage would be inside this visualization. And we can do this to all the grades being previous to the current year. And again, we can also switch to the reading and all these different other subjects. And again, the student plots also change, as well as the cut or the actual background elements showing the percentages change as well. And again, we can click on these individual and see those growth percentiles. And we can also jump up another level. Now we're back to the students. Another way we can drill back up is actually click on the headers here. We can actually drill back up to these individual levels as we go up higher. We can actually drill up even to the general district level. And again, we can switch over to math, changing the subject, and we actually can switch our view now. Instead of going through school, we can actually go through grade. So now we're looking at all grades in the school district. And what we can do is we actually can do the same exact thing, look at these different breakouts, but we can actually now drill into school, looking at different ways. So now we're going grades to schools if they wanted to look at the data a little differently. And again, we can actually come over here and we actually can click on the items in a list and see the data as well. And again, be able to drill back up as well. Another interesting thing is we actually can cross data lines as well. So if we wanted to view other grades in this school, for instance, in this Northeast Academy, we can actually view the grades that this school makes up. So we can actually come across, and now we're changing our pattern. Now we're going from schools to all grades. So now if I will go to up a level, we're taken to all schools. So the data is manipulated in a way we can target it in any particular direction that you'd want it to go. And that's it for this demo. Thank you.